What's cracking, everybody? It is Tuesday morning. Yep, Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock. Headed down to, or rather up to Oxnard. I don't know why I thought I was going south. Hey, this is a Tuesday morning delivery. So, got a load of, let me grab my paperwork real quick. Actually, let me jump inside. Well, no, hold on, let me get myself right here. Let me first show you. Fourth wall break here. The game is updated. Good to go. I got the cables hooked up now. Yep. I'm sitting up in my original truck, the first truck I ever bought, the Peterbilt. I painted her and did a few customizations. But everything seems to be rolling smooth with the new update. So, and for any of y'all who weren't fully aware what this game updated, I mean, it was minor things. The biggest things were the cables they hook up. There's a new route somewhere, I can't even remember. Another thing here, let me jump to the load board. Yeah, another thing that I kind of like anyway, you can now decide what kind of load you're looking for instead of just scrolling through the main one all the time. So like say I wanted containers, liquid, it'll go here and show me everything liquid that's available for today. So I think that's a nice little update. Good job, SCS. You did good. You did good on that one. I like that one. So, but all right then, let me jump on inside here. Rev up a little bit. Need to get some fuel. I hope I can make it there. So, let's see here. I'm doing just a little last minute things, reminders, stuff like that to remind myself on. Get this right here. I know, I'm sure you're watching like, what the heck is he doing? I don't just get in this truck and just sit when I start up. That's never been my style. There's always something I can do. You gotta let a truck warm up a little bit anyway. Do it too hard, too fast, too quick. Mess around, throw something, a rod or something, mess around. I don't know. It's just not good to just rev a truck all high and mighty right when it first starts up. So I like to let it warm up. But all right, then let's go ahead and throw it in gear. Well, let me do a tug test, make sure she's still locked without stalling out, thankfully. There we go. All right, we should be good to go. Let's roll. So now I call this episode The Reality with Work, and I talk about it because I know some people I know personally who are just going through difficult situations with work and everything. They want to quit, they don't like their job, stuff like that. And I just kind of want to put this bug out in anybody's ear who needs to hear this today. So I mean, hopefully it helps. And I'm just giving you a heads up now too, it's kind of cross posted. This version is a little different than my podcast version, but I mean, I'm sure, like I said, I like to help people think about some stuff and open up their minds a little bit to something they may have never considered. And also, it's sometimes some stuff I wish somebody would have told me. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. Why I do a lot of times talking about stuff, just to kind of help anybody out there that needs to hear it, you know. And now that, excuse me, choking up on my words here. But now I call this The Reality of Work is because, let's be honest, most of us out here watching right now, if we could, we'd want to be rich and not have to work. I know damn well I don't want to be out here. Shoot, I don't want to be working. Shoot, if I could, I'd be sitting on my behind, sitting on the couch, getting paid. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you got a house, if you got kids, if you got any kind of bill, that's just not an option. I'm sorry, it's just not an option to sit around and do nothing and hope for the best, you know. And I'm sorry, if you're young, that's different at this time because you're still kind of, hopefully mommy and daddy are taking care of you. But for most of the people I know, like a lot, and for most of society, we don't have anybody sitting there taking care of us. Now don't get me wrong, getting a little help is different, but I mean actually taking care of you. It's one thing if you're out here working, doing what you have to, and you come into some trouble and you ask for a little help and need some help. That's okay, that's understandable. But if you sitting on your behind, ain't doing nothing, and still want to be getting some help, I mean, that is just not too many people can live like that or have that option. So that's one reality of work. Another reality of work is, and I'm sure you know, but if you ain't, just thinking about this today, you ain't out here doing this because you want to. You are out here. Take my situation for example. I'll use mine right now. I'm not driving truck because I want to. Do I find perks in it? Yes, but I'll explain why you have to do that later. But I'm doing this to provide for my family. I'm gonna have a kid one day probably, so I can provide for them. I want a house to live in that I can call my own. I do like electricity, so there is that. I do like electricity. I do want a car. It's nice to have a little play money every now and then. So that is all in today's society you gotta stem and do from working. Now, it doesn't matter your job, it doesn't matter anything like that, but the point is you gotta do something to get some money to get the things you want or need to live and survive. We all like to eat. We all need clothing. We can't be naked out here running around. So all of that is needed. Therefore, we work. That is why if you go on the internet, you can find like 1,000 job sites. I don't care. Just type in find a job. You'll have so much pop-ups you won't even know what to do with. You really won't. So that's the second reality of work there to think about today. Thirdly, the reality. Oh, I need to downshift a little bit. Third reality of it is, look, I understand a lot of us out here don't like our jobs. I get that. I don't like my job. I know half my boys, they don't like their job. I think my mom, she don't like her job too much. Neither does my dad. So trust me, that is a huge, huge social standard pretty much in today's time. You're very lucky if you're listening to this and you enjoy your job. You are a rare, rare, rare breed. But most people don't. They hate getting up on that Monday morning going to work. They hate having to deal with the bull crap at work. If they could, they would quit every day. Yes, that's very real. But, like I said earlier, there's something always driving you to keep doing it. And sometimes you just have to really dig deep and live on that drive. You don't have to like it. I'll put it like this. I'm not going to work. Like my job, I don't have to deal with too much because I'm by myself a lot. But let's say I worked in like a retail store or something and I had to deal with a lot of co-workers and stuff like that. I don't give a crap if they like me. I'm not here for them. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there like I'm going to school, having fun and all that. No, I'm going to make that dollar to survive, kind of. No, not kind of. That's pretty much what it is. Make that dollar, survive. So I can take my behind home, flip on my lights, eat me some shrimp, and be good. And why do I do all that? Well, how do I do all that? Because of work. Like now, that's why I'm out here doing this now, so I can get some work, so that way at the end of this month, what is it, May? Yeah, May, I can still pay the mortgage rent. On the mortgage, not rent, sorry, but I can still pay the mortgage. That way I can have a house. That way I can have a roof over my head when I'm doing it. So that's another thing. You don't like your job, you don't want to do it. I get that, trust me, I do. A lot of people do. And I hate to say it, but a lot of people just, sometimes when they leave the house, they just go numb, get through the day, come home. And that actually is a very common thing with people working. That's just kind of how you get through it. But here's the thing I kind of want to open your mind up to that a lot of people I know struggle with. When you leave your job, like I'm be honest, I do the same thing with mine right here. When you leave, when you're not at work, don't let it take away all your time. I'm serious. It's not your family. It's not like the thing you need to be focused most on. When you leave, you're done. Now, I know. Some jobs ain't like that. Some jobs, it just follows you home. And I apologize for that. But even with that type of job, you still have to figure out some kind of way to separate them. Because if you start mixing work and home, take two circles. You got one work, one home. Once you collide them together, work usually overruns it. And now you don't even have a home life no more. You're suffering at your own house, letting the work take over you. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's any way any person should live. So there's that reality of work right there. I'm over revving so hard. I'm sorry, Chuck. I won't be able to pull up this hill right. So there's that reality of work right there. And another reality of work is, and I hate to break it to you too if you've never thought about this, if you have kids, you have to just do what you gotta do, provide for them. Like I said earlier, you got bills, that's one. But it's different too when you got a kid involved, because now you're gonna make him go without food and water and stuff like that just because your ignorant behind want to be sitting on the couch and don't like your job. I'm sorry, that's the reality of work. Look, I'm be honest. If you were listening right now and you working, congratulations, you are now an adult. You are not a kid no more, okay? I'm sorry, that's just the reality of that, okay? I don't mean to be mean to nobody listening. I don't mean to offend nobody. Everybody's situation is different, but that's the reality. You now have a job. You have responsibilities. You are getting that for that reason. Now, maybe you're just working to just have some money and you don't have one bill. And that's a little different. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about the people that actually have to get out here every day, work, do what they have to do to provide for their house, pay their bills, to provide for their kids, all of that. So that's who I'm talking to. And if you're listening, you know that you just have to do it some days. There ain't no other option. You need to provide for your house and all that, okay? So that's another reality of work. And another reality of work, which I hear so many people that I know anyway are getting more into saying, the want you want, like say, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. That's kind of, this is not middle school. You ain't in elementary school. You ain't hanging with your friends. You don't really get to choose what you want. Sometimes you just have to man up or woman up, for any women listening out there, and just do it. I mean, I'm sorry, look, the world ain't perfect. I know this is not a perfect world. Most of us ain't, unfortunately, where we want to be, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get where you want to be and to get the things you have. I mean, personally, I like food, electricity, and clothing, so I kind of like those things. And as a matter of fact, clothing is kind of a requirement in today's time. You get arrested if you don't. So, but anyway, you want those things, you need those things, so you're gonna kind of have to bring in some money to do it. So sometimes you're gonna have to just take that I want out. I'm sorry. The time of just being able to say I want this, or I don't want this. And where's that car at? I remember I did this one time before I hit him, and I got yelled at like I don't know what. So, but no, the time of being able to say I want and go off solely of that is just, I put it like this: when it comes to work, that's irrelevant. I'm sorry, it just kind of is. It's just kind of irrelevant at that point. As you get old, not even as you get older. If you have a job, that is just kind of irrelevant. So I know it's hard. Trust me, I know there are more things about there. I know people on medication just to get through their job. I know people who drink to get through work. I mean, I'm not saying any of those are right. In my opinion, they're not. But you do what you need to do as long as it doesn't hurt your health or anything. That's what you want. But the thing I don't understand with a lot of people, and I've tried to tell people this and no one fully gets it, so I'm just like, okay, you know what, fine, whatever. I've been in jobs where I just couldn't stand it. Like, as a matter of fact, it was this job, it's just a different style now. When I was doing the over-road thing, I could not stand it. I didn't like it, and I actually quit for a while. I quit. I worked a little retail store, trying to do that. I wasn't married at the time, ain't have a house, ain't have nothing. And well, I'm all on the curb. As you can see, I'm still driving. Doing what needs to be done, because I mean, like I said, you gotta have money to get some things you want. And what I wanted at that time, where I was trying to be, the retail store wasn't cutting it. I'm gonna be on the curb a little bit. Oh well. I just don't want to hit this wall or the front of my truck. There we go. So, but no, it's just that's another trailer. God darn. Where the heck did it? Hold on, I gotta get out because this is kind of messing me up now. My brake going? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say they can't have a trailer in my spot. If that's where they want me. Dang, this is gonna be tight. Alrighty then, gotta pull up some. But no, that's the reality with that on the job. I mean, sometimes you just have to do it. I know it's not fun, it's not what we want to do, but you gotta kind of take that out sometimes. And like I was saying, something I do that nobody I know does yet, really. I mean, people complain a lot and all that. Everybody does that. Let's face it. We all complain about our job. Like, darn, I'll be freaking tight as I don't know what. I hate this, how they have me on this, right on this edge of this corner. So now we all complain about our jobs. We all do that. Yes, that's everybody. Everybody does that. Let's just be honest. And if you're one of the lucky ones that don't complain about your job, then you can consider yourself very lucky, because everybody complains about their job. They don't want to be working, for one. God darn, I don't know if I can swing it this hard without hitting that trailer. I think I'm fine now. I hate having that trailer sitting there. Hold on a second. I thought it would be easier back, and I can't sit here and talk and back this thing in. F around, hit that trailer. So freaking tight. Damn it, is it tight? I mean tight. I don't think I could fit a piece of paper in through on that passenger side. Swing this way, because I'm fine now. It's just getting around that trailer that was really, and I mean, it's tight. God darn, that's tight. Come on, X, you got it. You got it. You got it. This ain't new. It's just wasn't what took you off guard a little. There you go. I just pull up. But nah, that's another reality of work. Like I was saying, if you're lucky enough to enjoy your job, that's fine. That's cool. I'm happy for you. But it's a rare thing, and not too many people enjoy their job. And like I was saying a minute ago before I started back, and I said something I do, which I've stopped telling people about. The way you think about something changes a lot drastically. Like, yes, a lot of people go numb because that's what they choose to do, because it gets them through. That's one thing they do. And I know a lot of people, like, I'm big on it. I am huge on it. When I'm not at work, I don't think about work. I appreciate the time I'm not there, because it's a rare thing. Well, not a rare thing, but, well, for me, it used to be when I was doing over the road. So I'm not going to let the time I'm at home be thinking about this crap right here. So that's another thing I think people don't realize. Your mind, okay, yes, it takes a lot of strength. You got to really sit down and appreciate. But if you do that, you'd be surprised how much. I'm not saying your job is going to get better. Your job is still going to be the same crap. You got to deal with the same crap you did yesterday, all that. So it's still going to be a headache, yes. But because you ain't letting it have that kind of control over you, letting your mind think that all the time like that, it will help drastically. Trust me. So sometimes you just got to do that. You just have to think that you're not. I put it like this: when you got a job, you can't just go in and think peachy keen, all that. You do the first day, the first week. You think, oh, I like it, this and that. Then after years or so go by, you're still doing it. Your mind ain't the same when you started no more. You know the job and everything like that. So how you get through at that point is basically how you think about it. And that's why I stopped telling people this, because most people, they don't think about stuff. They just go, want everything their way, all of that. And I'm sorry, I put it like this. No, I can't say that. I was going to say want and work really don't flow together, but they both have W, so you can't do that. But the point is, that's pretty much true. Your wants and your work are two. I mean, I'll put it like this. There's a reason you work for something, to get what you want. That one is why you're working. But what you do at work, the want there, that's not exactly, shouldn't be too big on your list. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody's situation is different, and I'm not saying you can never leave a job. You know your situation. Just sometimes you want to leave, and say you got a kid. You can't leave quite then and there with nothing in the rent coming in or anything, because how are you going to be able to feed the kid? Say you got bills, you got a house note, you got a car note, you paying all that, but you tired of your job and you just want to leave tomorrow. Okay, yeah, you want that, but maybe it's better to, maybe, I don't know, have another job before you leave that one. Because in today's time, your job is like your heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. So to live, you need that job. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's how you gotta live. I mean, heck, you could quit I could quit right now, lose the house, lose my car, live on the street. I'd still be alive, yes. But that's when one of those, what you want, does play a big role. And I don't want to live like that. I want a house, I want a car, I want a cell phone, I want electricity, I want water in my house, and I want food. So to do all those things, I need a job to bring in some money. Now, like I said, what you do is up to you. I don't care. People out here are killing people for money, which I don't think is right. But at least they know that you need money. I mean, money is the biggest, it's the evil of the world, it's the surviving of the world. It pretty much, unfortunately, rules everything, which is sad. Welcome to America. But at any rate, that is the honest truth with everything. You got people cheating for money. You got people killing for money. You got people going to jail over money. So, I mean, if something can do all that, then it's a pretty big thing in your life. Well, not just in your life, in this world. So you got to really have discipline and understanding, and really sometimes kind of put yourself away from your job. Again, that's for people though who don't like their job. If you like that, if you like what you do, you're fine, you're content, then ignore everything I've said in this. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking for them people out here who struggle with their job, who don't like their job, who want to quit every day, who can't stand one thing about it. And I'm not saying you can't quit. I'm saying there's a time and place for everything. And sometimes your responsibilities, your debt ratio, your income play a big part of when you can do certain things. Now, if you had thousands saved up and you could survive for a little bit, then yeah, quit today. I don't care. Shoot, I don't see why you would stay any longer. But if you ain't got a penny to do anything, once your income stops coming in, and you already know with any job, you're going to have to wait 30 to 60 days before you get paid, depending on what job you have. So if you got to do that and you ain't got nothing saved up, then that time frame between no income and income, you want to try and limit as much as you can. Like, it's kind of like breathing. You can hold your breath, but at some point your body needs that oxygen, and you just gonna be forced to open up your mouth, take in and feel so relieved when you do. So that's kind of like a very good analogy out here for working. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to yell at nobody. I ain't trying to harp on nobody. I'm just trying to open up your minds and give anybody else a helping hand that I wish I had been told. I didn't get told this. When I was starting in the workforce, I didn't have no bills really, so I quit my very first job. Then I started doing this over the road. I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it, so I quit that, went to a retail job. And then I wanted more from the money I was doing, and I knew I still had this, so I went back to doing this type of thing. So you got to learn to use all your assets and appreciate every little thing you got. And I say appreciate because you have a job. That a lot of people don't. A lot of people are looking for work, like a lot. So be glad you have a job. A lot of people are looking for money. Be glad you know you got an income coming in. And shoot, if you get paid weekly or 2 weeks, hell, even if you just get paid once a month, be glad you know that month you got money coming in. A lot of people don't. A lot of people sit there and wondering when their next check is coming from, when their next meal is going to be, if they're going to be kicked out their home. And it irks me that so many people don't realize that. I understand working is hard. Here, I'm going to get outside so y'all not just sitting here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cut the truck off too, so you're not just sitting here listening to me. Because I need to put this out there for anybody today, because I'm telling you, this is stuff I wish I had been told. Get out here, just look at the truck for it. Y'all want to look at the truck? No, I just look at the truck. I like my truck. But no, as I was saying, I understand work is hard. It's the hardest thing a lot of people will do in their lifetime. And I'm not talking about the actual work itself. I'm talking about the emotional, the mental struggle, the struggle on marriages, relationships, friendships. It is such a huge, huge role. I get that. I really do. I really do. And I understand a lot of us want what we want it when we want it how we want it. I get that too. Most everybody does. And I'm not saying it can't be that way. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that go into play when it comes to your work, what you want to do, what you have to do, and how you feel. And they have, shoot, that's why a lot of counseling gets paid, because they help people get through work. That's why some medications are sky high, because people are taking them to get through your job, which again, I don't think either of those options are right, but that's not my choice. These are just my opinions. And you can decide what makes you feel better about something. But at any rate, that is the bottom line with work reality. We ain't out here working because we want to 90% of the time. 90% of America, 90% of the world is not working because they want to. Not actors, though. I don't count them. They love what they do. I ain't counting them. But I'm talking about the real working people, blue collar, white collars, all of them. The people that actually go out, get what they need to do, don't like to, but do it for their family. Do it to bring in some income. Those are who I'm talking to right now. And all I'm saying is, only you can decide what is right in your situation. I'm just in this episode opening your mind up to some things you need to consider when doing it. That is all. That is all. Well, enough about my work rant. I appreciate y'all for listening. If you're still here, I know I kind of went on and on, but it's a lot goes into consideration with that. So, but no, I'm here. I'm back then, good to go. I'm let them know I'm here. Then, because it's a Tuesday morning drop, I'll probably get something coming back. I'm hoping I can get like something for a Wednesday drop, so my day's a little easier. But if I don't and I gotta do something over the road, well, what time is it now? Like 10? Yeah, and 10. So, and I started at 7, so 8, 9, 10, minus 11. So I got like 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours left to drive. So we'll see. It's all about what's on the load board. But alrighty then, I will holler at y'all either. Well, actually, I'm gonna just go check the video. I'm gonna just go check the load board and then I'll get back with y'all. So, alright, I'll holler at y'all in a little bit. I'm back. I was looking at the load board and everything, and I'm gonna go pick up something headed to Barstow, which only takes like, well, it takes what, like an hour, like an hour from here actually to get to Barstow. That's why it'll be a short day, which I don't mind of. Like, if you were listening to the earlier rant, I was going on about work. Sometimes you just gotta find the perks in it, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be doing all this, but I've learned some of the perks of my job, and you gotta kind of find the perks of any job you're in, pretty much. Like me personally, I'm be honest, I like people, but I like when I did retail, I couldn't stand that. I was not big on having to deal with people all the time, talking to them, all that. Now I did it for a while, yes, because I needed the money, but I had it in my mindset, all right, well, we gotta try and get out of here because this ain't working for me. And I'm like I said earlier, I don't know if I said it, but I'm pretty sure I did. You know your situation, you know what's working for you, you know what needs to be done, and you know where you want to be. And sometimes, yes, it's just true, your job just ain't working for you. You gotta be out, and that's the truth. And but you'll know when that right time is. You will know. Thank you, Light. Vector. Alrighty then, let me park right here, go let them know I'm here, see where the trailer is, all that fun stuff. Alrighty then, they said it's in the back, so let's go pick it up. I know it's back here, but I'm like, where as far as, is it on the edge, is it in the middle? Watch the corner X. That's a interesting trailer. That's not ours though. That is ours. Another night. Should be, I guess this is a night day for me. I don't work for night, but I'm getting a lot of the loads, so it must be oversupplied with loads or something. Contracting a lot of them out, I guess. Eddie didn't pull on up. Oh yeah, y'all with me now, so I can show you the cables being hooked up on the trailer. If I can get it in one shot here, make it slide into the wheel. Come on, you got it. There you go. There we go. All right, let me do a tug test, make sure she's locked. Yep, she ain't going nowhere. We're good. Alrighty then, let's get on out. Can I get any? Yeah, is this? I'll go this angle. So y'all can see the cables going in. There they go. And we are officially hooked up. And I like that SES did all the research. They got the primary line, the emergency line, your primary, your service line technically, but I just call it primary, and your pigtails for your electric. So I like they did their research for that. They got all that properly done. Because the pig line, the green one, that's how your lights go from your truck to your trailer. But alright, I'm getting back inside here. I'm gonna check the map. Yep, I figured just straight down 101, down 5 a little bit, cut on, but I'm not going through. Well, I guess I could. It's a lot easier, and I can just cut up through here instead of going all around. Nah, I'll just go around about. That way I don't have to stop for lights and nothing like that. Not that there are any lights through here, but you slow down a little bit, slows up your time. So yeah, they say it adds, cause here I'll show y'all. It adds another few minutes to it, but trust me, them few minutes that you do going down the interstate, coming up and doing that, it'll fly by so quick you won't even realize it. You won't even miss it. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I've done this a long, no, not there. I've done this a long time, so that's why I said, yeah, I know. I know I've done this a long time, so that's why I said I know them few minutes don't mean nothing. So, alrighty then. Alright. I still need to get fuel. God darn it. I gotta remember that. How much I got left to get? 244. And it's only 198 to get there. So I'll make it there, but I gotta really start thinking that I gotta get fuel soon. But alright, throw it in gear, release the brake, pull the test one more time, make sure it's still good without stalling her out. And let's be out. If I I'll go this way. I was going to go to the left because it's so tight through the right here, but there you go. Gotta be squeezed up against everything up and through here. Use all the space you got. Right there. That's the one thing about Vectors sometimes I don't particularly like, that they're so freaking tight, but hey, they're not here to make it easy on you. They're here to make money and, well, do a job. They're working, making money, doing what needs to be done, and using what they have. So make sure I'm not scraping this trailer. Yeah, we're good. We are good. You might hear my chair squeaking. I apologize. I don't know why it's squeaking today. Must be cold or something. No, I'm not complaining. What is it now? 11. What time is it? I can't see it on my display. Yeah, 11. So I ain't complaining. Shoot, get over here to Barstow around 1-ish or so. Then bobtail back home. Be a good day. And again, to stick with the home work theme, I guess, of this episode, that's part of the stuff you gotta find when you do work. Just the good days and bad days, and everybody has them. No one has good days all the time. Hold up there, Kenworth. Let me just get out here. Yeah, no one has good days all the time. You have bad days, like sometimes really bad days for like doctors and whatnot. So I mean, it's part of the job. I'm sorry. I wish I could be more optimistic, more, oh, it's fine. Do what you want. You'll be fine. But the reality is sometimes, I mean, yes, one way or another, you will be okay getting through it. But it's just the situation you put yourself in about work. You could walk in there with a great attitude and try and get through the day, and yes, it'll knock you down. It'll try and take that attitude away, but you'll feel a lot better, at least in my opinion, because I've tried it and what it did for me. I can only speak for myself. If you walk in there with a good attitude from the start, then when it knocks you down by the end of the day, you're not as bad as if you walk in with a bad attitude. Then everything just like pisses you the F off. It makes the day a lot harder. And trust me, the more you feel about it, the harder it makes your day. Come on, car. God, don't do. Couldn't just let me over? Thank you. But no, the more you go about your day with the attitude you have, determines how the day goes. Trust me. And there's been times in this truck, that I've had them days where it's like, man, bump this, bump that. I'm ticked off, and just seemed like every little thing irked me. And trust me, you know, when you drive and you don't want to be driving mad, that's dangerous, very dangerous. So it happens. That's why I'm glad I've learned a little trick where I just take like 10 seconds, breathe, take a deep breath, and then just keep on moving and try not to let it bother me. Because I'm sorry, life is just way too short to be worked up over work. Now, I'm not saying you can't be. It happens to everybody. Yes, I'm aware. Hush up. It happens to everybody. But me personally, I don't like having that on me. I don't like giving it that much control. I like coming home, seeing my wife, not thinking about work. I like not distancing myself from my wife, from my friends, from my family, because I'm too busy thinking about work when I'm not even at work. So that's just some stuff you gotta learn how to do for yourself, and at least to experience to see how it works for you, because only you can decide that, no one else. So I'm speeding like I don't know what. I forgot it's only a 22,000 pound load, so as a matter of fact, I need to back it off more because it's only 6:55 today. I'm already doing 60. There we go. Still speeding a little bit, but it's better than 80. Glad traffic ain't as bad as it was. I remember yesterday, because today's Tuesday, so yesterday when I did it, man, that traffic was out the behind. I mean, I couldn't even get off the ramp sometimes. It was so backed up. Really? Y'all are not working with me today as far as letting me over. Oh, okay, it's a double lane. Okay, that works then. See, another perk. In life, sometimes you just gotta find little things to latch on to, because everybody's looking for the big thing. It's just like with work, everybody's looking for the bigger things, big this, that, and that. Yeah, I mean, stuff you can work for and you can want it, but sometimes you just have to latch on to something small to get you through for that time and then, you know? In my opinion, though, just because I've learned that's what works. Everyone's looking for the big, the now, the want how I want, when so many people overlook that they have a lot as it is. Like, I'm serious. When you get home today, if you're watching this on your phone, your tablet, your PC, well, shoot, if you're watching it on any of those things, that's something you should already be grateful of right there. Because there are people out there that can't even watch this. They don't have access to nothing. So, I mean, that's one thing right there. And I'm not even going into, like, the deeper meaning, the fact that you can see. I mean, because some people can't. So, I mean, people, just in today, there's become so little appreciation for stuff. And people are just too greedy. They don't appreciate what they have. Like, I'm going to be honest, fourth wall break here. The PC I run to do this game is just a store-bought PC. It's not gaming. That's why the graphics ain't the baddest. Well, and bad, I mean like good. They ain't the sickest. Like the this and that ain't the greatest. But guess what? I use the heck out of it, and I appreciate that I have it, because I had a even slower PC before this. It wouldn't even run this game. I know it wouldn't have. So that's why I use what I have and appreciate what I got. Yeah, it may not be the top of the line, this or that, but guess what? I wanted to do this. I wanted to get this out here to y'all. I wanted to put my mind out here, open up some minds out there. So I had to use what I had. And I appreciate what I have. And that's what I think a lot is going undone today, especially in my age group. I don't get it. I blame technology, because it's made a lot of us just soft. We don't remember crap. We don't do crap because we expect it to be done for us. Like the word my wife likes to use, which I can't stand. I really can't, but I'm going to use it this one time. I think I've ranted about this before. People are butt hurt. I hate that word. No, I don't like it, but that's what so many, especially in my age group. Especially in my age group, the late 80s born people out there, we are. And anybody listening in that group, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's just no one appreciates no more today. I don't get why. People have so much. People complain, man, this car sucks. Be glad you got a car. Man, this watch ain't working right. Be glad you got a watch and just get it fixed. Man, I hate this shirt. Be glad you got a shirt. I mean, so much is being unappreciated today. You know what? That's another whole little rant thing. I ain't gonna get into this right now. Maybe on my podcast, you'll hear me talk more about that, because that's more for ranting. This is more work, and as you can see, I gotta pay attention closely when I'm out here. So, but it just seems like it's just so unappreciative in today's time. So many people in my age group. That's why you gotta be glad of what you have and realize how much you do have. Because people have a lot more than they realize. I'm downshift because U-Haul truck here ain't really flying, so I gotta get behind him to get over. So. Exit 58A. What time is it? 1 o'clock? Okay, I'm a little off. I'm close. Hey, the point is, I'll be going home. To this day, people still do not understand when I say that, why that means so much. Because they don't appreciate it. Shoot, and I'll put you like this. What's today, Tuesday? Let's see, I started off Monday. I got a good run in Monday, Tuesday. It's still a possibility that because I've been doing so much and so much is kind of shifting right now, that maybe tomorrow or Thursday I'll get something where I gotta stay overnight. It's a possibility. Like, if you watched any of these episodes and heard me explain about how this company works and all the changes they've made up, because yes, in the beginning there was no overnighters. You got home every night. But times got hard. They had to do what they had to do to keep making money, keep bringing in. Like I said, this is a kind of small company. Not as small as that heavy haul I did. That was small. Like that, I'm telling you, I forgot. I think there was only like 15 trucks altogether, including me. So that was small. But this one's small too. I think they got a 100 truck fleet. I think like 20 or 30 of them are owner operators, whatever. But they had to change up some stuff. That's why I don't get paid by the hour no more. I get paid more by the mileage. I mean, a good amount by the mile, but still by the mile. That's why I had to look harder at what the loads are. So I don't get too much overtime no more, because they cut that out a little bit. And like the whole shoot, like now, like they cut, like I remember I was looking back on when I first started, day one, sitting around for an hour, then they ain't have nothing. Get to go. Oh crap. And the bus ain't gonna let me over. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Thanks, bus. Aww. Hope everybody's alright. Hope everybody's alright. know, the company's made a lot of changes. And like I said, I could be out. I could be gone, but not too many companies I know get me home every night. And it's one of those things, to stick with the work-related theme of this video, I wanted to be home. So I kind of had to just ride it out, do what needs to be done. I'm still making money, still getting the bills paid, still thankfully have my own truck. I mean, come on now. So, and thankfully I'm not paying off loans no more, because I remember when I first started, I had loans out the behind. I had to be working there. I put it like this: go back way back before I even started with this company. When I was doing over the road a lot, you'll see one video. It's called what's it called? I remember I was in the Freightliner Coronado, just switching in and out, because I was running that week. I was doing heavy, well, not heavy haul, but I was rolling. So, and that's what you just gotta do. You gotta put in work sometimes to get the things you want, and appreciate what you have, and look at the perks, the ups and downs, you know. Because yes, I could leave here, go work at Walmart, but I would not be making the same money. And shoot, based on what I need to make for the house and everything, my debt ratio, I'd probably still be not home at nights, because I try and get more hours to get more money in to be what I needed. So it's all a part of it that I think so many people don't understand. But I'm not getting into that anymore. I think I've talked your ear off enough about work. Yes, I do. Thankfully, we're almost here. I've never been. Is that a truck stop? I've never been there. I just realized that. I should have. God darn it! I needed fuel. Daggone it! Daggone it! Not paying attention. God darn. Alrighty then. X, you messed that one up so bad. So bad you messed that one up. So bad. Dang. I should have stopped there. Dang it. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. I know they got somewhere up in Barstow. And I have a feeling now that I'm gonna have to drop, then go get fuel, because they don't have no big truck stops in Barstow. Yeah, like really small ones. And you ever try and pull trailers in them? Any drivers out there do this? You know it's a lot easier. Excuse me. It's a lot easier just to be bobtail and get in. But dang, I cannot believe I did not think of that while I was passing it. It's like that little light bulb came up and said, "Hey, stupid, you need fuel." But it came up too late. It must have been like a 20-watt bulb, so it wasn't bright enough for me to notice in time. Let's see. It's coming. Nothing's coming. I think we're good. Anything this way? Or if there is, I don't need to swing that wide anyway. Oh, another fourth wall break here. Hopefully soon I'll be getting the track IR thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get one. I saw a truck hat or track hat. By the way, if anybody listening has that, let me know how that works, because I've never used a track R. I know other people who do this have, and they said it works fine. So, but I like the track hat is something new I saw. I didn't even know it existed, because most people I know just use the basic track IR thing. So if you do have one out there, let me know how. Come on, car, really? You see me trying? Cop, really? God darn, y'all can't give me a break. You see me trying to swing this. I'm be honest, Barstow ain't the most trucker friendly place around California, like at all. So I mean, y'all see me trying to do something, let me swing, let me do something. God darn, I am really low on fuel. I got 9 gallons left. Dang. That's what you get, X. Passing the truck stop, talking about it, but not stopping in when your fuel light is blinking at you. Oh well, though. Like I said, as soon as I leave here, y'all know where I'm going. Y'all know where I'm going. Shoot, it'll probably cost about $800. I don't usually like, just like when I drive my car, I don't like to let it get this low, but ripping and running, you're not thinking, stuff happens. Why is nobody moving? See, if y'all would just let us come by. See, that swing is not great for truckers. It really isn't. If y'all would let us come by, it wouldn't be no issues. And he gonna be there a minute, I know he is. So, alrighty then, well, since I can't go nowhere anyway, I'm gonna pull this brake, get on out, and I guess go down there and help him. I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty then, I just walked back to the truck. I got everybody moved and gone. They're gone now, so at least we can get in now. But now people just impatient. They want what they want. I swear it annoys me so much. So much. It's one of them, ain't it? Is this? Yep, it's one of them. I was hoping it would be right here. God. Okay. Alright, this should be fun. Not hard, it's just... It's not complicated, it's just you have to pull in, back out, get on that coin, and make back in. Because you can't... With this 53, you cannot swing it right through here. You just can't. Maybe if you had a 20-something, 20... What is it, 26er? Yeah, you might be able to do it with that one, but you ain't doing it with this one. Too long, too wide, and... I mean, I'm sure someone out there has accomplished it, and I'm sure as far as possibilities, it's probably physically possible some kind of way, but I'm not spending 8 hours here trying to figure it out just to prove if it's right or not. I know how to get it in, get it done quick, good, but safer, and that's what I'm going to do, so, without hitting this pole, though. That's good. Like I said, I don't want to hit that pole. Go. Anybody watching wondering what happened to my Freightliner and Cascadia, all that, getting another fourth wall break, I don't know. Okay, I'll put you like this though. I did test this out. I'll tell you this about the game right now. Some trailers don't have the cable things, but they still work. So in that sense, yes, I have a feeling I probably could still be using the Cascadia, but, and call me a little, I don't know what the word is, overly, I don't know, I can't think of the word for it right now. I'm trying to back this up, but they did all the work for the cables. I like the cables. There's a nice touch to it. It makes it feel more realistic. Watch the wall, X. Watch the wall. Watch the wall. Watch the wall. Yeah, you're fine now. So it makes it feel more realistic with the cables. So I'm going to keep using them. So I might go. What's today? Tuesday, Thursday. I might go look at another truck. Nothing. Don't get me wrong. I love this truck. This is my very first truck. This is the one I wanted. All that, and I'm like, cool. But the thing I got is, I like a good daily truck, and I mean, I could make this my daily truck, be fine day. I have no problem with it. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thing. Sometimes I want something that not everybody else has. This is a very common streamlined truck. It's a very common, well, not now. It used to be a very common freight truck, like fleet truck. And I like it. If you've never met me in person, I'm the type of brother, I stand out. Not to a sense that I'm crazy or anything, but I'm different. I've always been different. I know that because I don't have, shoot, everywhere I go usually, a lot of times I'm the only brother, so there's that. And that's been since I was a kid, so there's that. And then other things here and there, I've just learned, I don't ask for it, but I've learned that I always stand out some kind of way or another, which isn't a bad thing, because shoot, I got so many people that like me, and I do some weirder things, but I remember I put it like this. I know she's a good, like, great friend of mine, like family. I asked her one time when I was younger, I said, you think I should stop? Because I write. I love writing. And I said, you think I should stop writing? And I'm screwing this back up bad, I know. Let me pull up. But I love writing. And I asked her one time, I said, you think I should stop writing? And She don't cuss that often, but she said, "You out your damn mind if you gonna stop." I was like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?" She said, "You're good at it. I like seeing you write. You're very passionate about it. It's what makes you you." I'm like, "But yeah, but a lot of people say I'm weird when well, not that I'm weird, but it's weird that I write." She told me, she was like, "Them." Excuse me bleeping there, but that's what she said. I am not hitting this right. Gotta pull up more and swing it harder so it gets a better cut on it. But that's what she told me. Bump them, you do you. And she said that's what makes you you, and I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. And I've just learned you gotta do everything makes something about you unique. And sometimes if you embrace that, it means just being more of you. Well, most people just blend in, go with the crowd. I'm not like that. I stand out very much so. I mean, not to a crazy point. I'm not like biting the heads off of bats or anything, but I do stand out, and I've learned I just kind of let that work for me after a while. And that's why usually I try and make my daily truck a truck that's not very common on the road. I mean, I'm sure it can be seen other places, but it's not like you'll see it everywhere. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. That's nasty. Alrighty then, well, let me pull up a little, straighten her out. Back up a little more here. And we're good. We are good. 4 o'clock, so it's a lot later than I had planned, but hey, I'm going home. That's what counts. And I'm done for the day, so. Alrighty then, well y'all, thanks for riding with me today. I really hope something I said helped somebody out there who's struggling with the whole work thing and being you and stuff like that. I hope this helped somebody. Like I said, I cross-posted it. There's a very similar version with the same concept, but on my podcast, you'll see the link for it down there. And my Twitter is down there too, so anybody on Twitter, if you do that, I'm keeping up on it to help me get more out there. I don't really care about followers, but I like to spread it out because I really feel a lot of these videos help somebody out there. So there's the link to my Twitter. There's the podcast link for this episode's topic on work and everything. And oh yeah, my email's down there too. I won't mind. I will respond as quick as I can. Of course, you know I'm doing this and I won't email while riding, but still, I will respond quick as I can. And as always, like it if you like it. If you didn't, leave a comment as to why. And I appreciate y'all for watching, really do. Really do. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect, go and get fuel, and head on home. Been a really good Tuesday in my book. So, but alright, y'all. Y'all have a good one today. Don't let work stress you out today. And appreciate everything you have today. I will holler at y'all on the next one. I'm out.